What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're coming back to Rush. Yes, indeed. Rush fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity-bob, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Dog Years, and it was also the winner of the Patreon request prioritization poll, winning with 44% of the vote. It was number 434 in the queue. It got bumped straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. They all want to see me react to this song by Rush called Headlong Flight. Now, have I heard the song before? I'm pretty sure I have. I'll be honest with you, the title doesn't sound familiar, but Rush has so many albums, and I've listened to every single album, I think. Unless, the last album they put out was Snakes and Arrows, right? Why don't I recognize this song? Wait a minute. Time out. I'm gonna do a search here really quick. Rush Headlong Flight. Headlong Flight. What album is this? Clockwork Angel. What? There's a Rush album I don't know about? No. Wait a minute. Rush discography. Oh my God, I didn't know about this. What? I thought the last album they released was Snakes and Arrows. Oh my God, there's an album out there from Rush I don't own. I need to get it. Or maybe I shouldn't because there might be more reactions. Oh shoot. Tough call. Okay, well all right. Well, let me take my foot out of my mouth. No, I haven't heard this song before. I didn't even know this album even existed. Man, I am tempted to go buy it. I own every single Rush album except this one. I didn't know this album even existed. Okay, well, in that case, I have not heard the song before as far as I know. Shock to me. Okay, so now maybe I have heard the song in passing though. It's possible that I've heard this in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, oh, okay, actually I do recognize the song after all, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Still Kickin', okay? And the video has 56,915 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Rush, Headlong Flight. I'm not gonna lie to you folks, I'm still a little in shock that there's a Rush album out there that I was not aware of. I thought the last album they made was Snakes and Arrows, and that was like 2006, 2007, something like that. And I thought that was it. I thought they were done. I did not know that they released this album afterwards. I don't know why I didn't hear about it. I could not tell you. I wish I knew. I wish I had an answer. I'm a little embarrassed, if I'm being honest with you. I feel a little embarrassed as a Rush fan. I didn't know this. But look, on the bright side, I get to do this as an actual reaction to Rush. Like, I think this is my first actual reaction to Rush, as opposed to just, you know, watching live footage and grading and evaluating and reacting to the live performance. I think this is the first song I can actually do as a reaction. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
That's an official music video.
Journeys on this great adventure. This little always feel away. I wouldn't trade them because I let them. The best I've done, and that's enough to say.
Classic Rush style, man. Start out with that bass line that is very misleading as far as time. It's like you can't, you think it's in one time signature, and then you're like, no, wait a minute, hold on, maybe it's, and then maybe it's this. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, it might be this instead. And then as soon as the drums kick in, it's like, oh, it's 4/4. Damn you, Geddy Lee! Oh, I love it. I love it when Rush does that, man. I really do. Kind of has a slowed down feel to like Bastille Day. You know, it kind of has a slow down feel to that in that intro. Really nice. Really, really cool. And now it's just a straight ahead 4/4 groove. I love that, man. I love that about Rush. They just absolutely mess with your head. And then when they actually kick in the groove, they're just like, ha ha, I got you. Once again, we were playing in 4/4 the whole time. You jerks. Anyway, let's keep going here.
Because I let them. The best I've done, and that's enough to say. Some days were dark. I wish that I could leave it on again. Some nights were bright. I wish that I could leave it on again. All the highlights of that headlong flight, hold it on with all my might. To what I felt back then.
Oh, the bass line.
I wish that I could live it all again.
Ooh. Switch it up.
I would stoke the fire on the big steel wheels. Steal the airship right across the sky.
Famous for switching it up on the fly. That is Rush. Yeah. I was wondering, are we gonna stay in this 4/4 groove, or are we gonna switch things up? And just as I thought that to myself, switched up. And that's why I was like, ha! Yup, switch up. There it is. There it is. going in like almost like a halftime feel. Love that. Love that. Love the bass work in this. Hearing those, they're not melodic lines, they're counter melodic lines. They're very complementary to what's happening within the melodic line, but without taking away from the melodic line. Just accompanying and reinforcing and filling it out. Really nice job. Yeah, man. Let's keep going.
Treasures, the golden glory, and then it'll always feel away. I don't regret it, I never forget it. I wouldn't trade tomorrow for today. Some days we look, I wish that I could leave it all again. Some nights would break, I wish that I could leave it all again.
That's very like that right there, that riff right there. That was very, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. That was like almost Metallica sounding ish. Listen to that again. Right here. You see what I mean with like the kick and cymbal accents with the choked cymbals? Ba, ba, bom, 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 ba, ba, bom, bom. You know, it's very Metallica-ish. I dug that. That was very cool. I did not see that coming. That was awesome. Nice little flip to the script there. Very cool. I'm digging the song. I'm going to be honest with you folks. Snakes and Arrows. Great album. It was a great album. Not my favorite album though. If I'm being honest, my personal opinion, this is just me talking. Okay, take my opinion for what it's worth. I was not a big fan of that album, Snakes and Arrows. It was a great album. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I would never say, okay, Presto. I was not a fan of Presto. Rush albums are always going to be great to me. It doesn't really matter. I mean, there are albums I think that are stronger than others. There are albums I like more than others. And just because the album may be strong may not mean it's, you know, all that technically, you know, amazing. Like, okay, 2112, my favorite Rush album of all time, hands down, period, end of discussion. Okay, period. But there's a couple of Rush albums that I liked. Like, okay, Roll the Bones. I love that album. Probably one of the most hated albums from Rush fans across the board because it wasn't technically impressive. It was a very simple album. I liked it. I love that album. Just starting off with Dreamline. You know, that song just really set the mood and tone for the whole album. It really did. The title track, Roll the Bones. Funky tone, man. Funky tune. Love that tune. Neurotica. Love that song. I know people are like, oh, this is their attempt at a ballad or whatever. You know what? Forget you. I love that album. It's haunting. I love that song, Neurotica. It has a haunting quality to it, and I love it, okay? That's just me, okay? Now, Snakes and Arrows was not a fan. I was not a big fan. I listened to it. I recognized it for being a great album. It is. But I listened to it like 2 or 3 times, and I was over it. I was like, whatever. If this song, what's the name of it? Headlong Flight. If this song is representative of this album as a whole, I mean, listen, I'm going to get this album regardless. Okay, I need to go get this album. But if this song is representative of what this album sounds like and the direction they took, this is like, for me, this is like Roll the Bones Part 2. It sounds simple, but the groove and the tone and the direction of the song, I'm digging. I am absolutely digging. And if nobody requests any other songs off the album, I'm just going to go get it and listen to it. I swear. I'll hold off for a couple months, but if I don't see any requests for Rush from this album, I'm just going to get the album and listen to it. Because, I'm sorry, I'm going to ruin any potential reactions, but I'm digging the song that much that I don't know if I can hold off. I really don't know if I can hold off. I'll try. Like I said, I'll give it a couple months. But, like, if January rolls around and I don't see anybody making requests for any more songs from Rush off of this album, then forget it. I'm just going to get the album and listen to it. Anyway, let's keep going here.
On the big steel wheels, steady as you ride across the stars. I learned to find, I learned to love a new feel. Oh, I wish that I could live it all again.
Feel again. That's probably Alex on the vocal right there. Take control. Yeah, man. God, the groove on this is so freaking good. Oh, man. How did I not hear about this album? How did I not hear about this? Why didn't somebody tell me? All my friends that are Rush fans, not one of them told me about this. I'm a little upset about that, actually. I have to have a conversation with my friends, my so-called friends that are Rush fans. I have to have a serious conversation with them. I thought we were friends. I thought we understood each other. I thought we were buddies. I thought, you know, we got each other's back. Why didn't you tell me about a new Rush album? And they look at me and go, dude, the last album came out in 2012. That's what I'm talking about. It was 10 years ago. Why didn't you tell me? I saw the album came out in 2012 and I was looking it up. I was like, 2012? 10 years ago? 10 years have gone by and I haven't seen this? I haven't heard about this? Some friends have to smack some people around or something. I don't know. Oh man, that bass line. No. Oh, Alex. Those accent symbol chokes. They stopped. No, I'm sorry. I gotta go back and hear that again. No, I don't care. Hey, it's my show. If I want to go back, we're gonna go back. Those accented cymbal chokes. I'm sorry, they scream Metallica. They really do. And I'm so glad to see Rush taking that approach. It's different. It's so different. I dig it.
to fight, I learn to love, and learn to steal. Oh, I wish that I could. Oh, I wish that I could live it
Man, what a tune. What a great ending. Those cymbal choke accents again. Oh. Good Lord. If the whole album sounds like this and follows this kind of a format through the entire album, oh my God, I may have found a new favorite Rush album. I don't know though. I don't know. No, maybe not. 2112. Look, 2112 is something special. It really is. But I don't know, maybe not my new favorite album, but it's going to be up there. Let me tell you, it's going to be right up there with Roll the Bones. God dang it. This was so good. I need to get my thoughts together. I need a minute. Okay. First, I need a few minutes to stop geeking out. That's the first thing I need to do. I need to take a few breaths, calm down, relax, stop gushing, stop geeking out. And then I'll need to get my thoughts together rationally, you know, even keeled, objectively, without geeking out. Then I can come up with a score. So I'm going to need some time here, folks. Give me seriously, give me half an hour. So I'm going to need at least 15 minutes of that to stop gushing and geeking out. Okay, so give me 30 minutes. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Rush with Headlong Flight. This was a request from Dog Years, and it was also the winner of the Patreon request prioritization poll, winning with 44% of the vote, moving up from number 434 straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. And by the way, Dog Years, great name. You're clearly a man of culture, clearly a Rush fan. So yeah, Dog Years, I see. Yeah, don't think I didn't notice that. Okay, I have a score here. Now, I took some time, took a lot of deep breaths, calmed down, stopped gushing, stopped geeking out, and I really took a few moments, more than a few, to look at the song objectively, think about everything I heard, everything I experienced, and I came up with this score. So I don't want anybody to think for 1 second that this score was a knee-jerk reaction. No, no, no. This song was not a knee-jerk reaction. This was a well-thought-out score. I promise you I will back up my entire argument for this score if you give me a chance, okay? And I guarantee you Rush fans are going to be very pleasantly surprised. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that song a 9.1. Yep, 9.1. You heard me. I didn't stutter. That is the score that I feel this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
First of all, before I go any further, I know there are certain friends of mine who are big Rush fans, and they claim to be friends of mine, who watch this channel and are probably watching this video right now. You and I are gonna have words later. And you know who you are. All 4 of you. Because none of you 4 told me that there was a Rush album that came out after Snakes and Arrows. Snakes and Arrows came out. I listened to it. I was like, it's a great album. It's not really my thing. It just didn't stick with me. There was nothing on that album that hit me and went, oh yes, this song is amazing. No, I can't name one song off that album that really stuck with me. It was a great album, don't get me wrong. It was well made, well produced, well executed. It sounded a little thin to me. It sounded a little hollow to me. But I mean, but songwriting was fantastic. It was fine. But none of the songs grabbed me. None of the songs hooked me. None of the songs made me want to come back and listen to it again. So I didn't really enjoy the album. And not one of these so-called friends told me about Clockwork Angels. Not one. And I'm a little upset about that. But at the same time, I'm also kind of grateful because it allowed me to hear this song for the very first time and share it, my experience of listening to the song the very first time with all of you. So in a way I'm grateful, and at the same time, in a way I'm very resentful. So I'm not gonna beat the snot out of you, you four, but don't think for 1 second that we aren't gonna have words, okay? Hands are not gonna fly, but I am gonna let you have a very serious tongue lashing.
What?
And don't take that any other way than the way it was meant to be taken. Now, if this song is any indicator of what the rest of the album sounds like, I'm gonna say it right now. If you want me to react to any other song off of this album, now I'm talking to you, the viewers, you had better get on Patreon. You had better become a bronze tier member, and you had better make those requests quickly. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I want to listen to more of this. I really do. Now, if I get requests, I'll hold off.
You what?
I'll hold off. But if I don't see anybody making requests by like January, then I'm going to say forget it. I'm just going to get the album and I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to ruin any potential reactions. Oh well, too bad. I want to listen to this album. I really, really do. So if you want this to be reacted to, you want these songs from this album to be reacted to, you better get on Patreon and you better make those requests quickly. I am not joking. You got until January. Okay? Man. This song was killer. It was a killer tune. And here's the thing. It's not a complex song. The most complex thing about this, honestly, was the intro. That bass line that Geddy was playing. I was trying to, I'll be honest with you, I was getting thrown off. I was like, what time signature is this? Is this 7/8? Is this 9/8? Is this 5/8? What is this? And I'm sitting there counting 8 though. It's like, where is this? And all of a sudden the drums come in. And as soon as the drums came in and started the pattern, I felt like an absolute fool because I'm sitting there going, I should have known. I should have known it. It was 4/4 the whole time. It really was. I felt like a fool because it's not like this is the first time they've done this. They've done this before where they've had intros, instrumental intros, both from bass and from guitar and even from drums, where it feels like, you know, this is some weird time signature, a combination of time signatures. No. It's 4/4 with some really cool subdivision work. That's all it is. And I'm sitting there going, I feel like an absolute rank amateur right now for not recognizing that. What a great swerve. It was a great swerve. Now, once the song kicked in and the groove kicked in, man, this song is groove heavy. It is really groove heavy. I was very much catching serious tones, serious feels, serious shades of Roll the Bones. That album was not a complex album. There's not one song on that entire album that I would say is complex or fancy in any way, shape, or form. That entire album is very simple from a songwriting standpoint, yet it is one of my favorite Rush albums. And I hate to say it, but a lot of its beauty lies in its simplicity. I've said this from day one on the channel. Simple can be effective when it's done properly. Roll the Bones was one of the best examples I could possibly give for that argument. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go on record and say it right now. This song is also a great example of what I'm talking about. They stayed in 4/4 the whole frickin' song. Yet, it felt like there were change-ups, and there were from a feel standpoint, going from straight time to halftime, back to straight time, back to halftime. The use of those accents, the kick and cymbal choke, John, 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 you know, just stuff like that, man. I mean, the shades of Metallica for crying out loud, but it fit. It fit so well into the song. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to hear those chokes, and yet there they were, fitting the song like a velvet glove. It really was great to hear. The melodic lines in Geddy's vocals were fantastic. The harmonies, equally impressive. The guitar work, really nice job from Alex as always. I'm not really 100% surprised by that. I'm assuming Neil Peart was drumming on this. I'm assuming he was. He didn't pass away until, was it 2018? I think he passed away. I don't remember when he passed away. It was fairly recent. It wasn't 2012. I know that. Shoot, I don't remember when he passed away, but it was way after 2012. So I'm going to assume that Neil Peart was the drummer on this. Fantastic job. I don't think I've ever heard Neil Peart rely on cymbal choke accents like that before. I think that's the first time I've heard it, and it sounded great. It sounded fantastic. Geddy's bass playing on this, the highlight for me. Absolutely the highlight. Those counter melodic lines that he was coming up with through those verses and through those pre-choruses were fantastic, man. Good Lord, so tasteful. Great note selection, great counter melodic lines to accent and accompany the melodic lines that he was singing. Outstanding work, just absolutely outstanding work. And like I said, if this song is conducive in any way to what the rest of the album sounds like, God dang it, I want this album. I want this album. I've got to get it. But I will hold off. Like I said, I will hold off till January. And if you guys make requests for songs off this album, off of Clockwork Angels, I'll hold off. I will hold off and I will do reactions for you. But if I'm not kidding, if I do not see requests for songs off this album by January, too bad. Sorry, I'm not gonna wait, guys. I'm just not gonna wait. So if you do want me to react to songs off this album, request them quick. Request them quickly, okay? Seriously. The groove on this song. This song was groove heavy. It sunk its teeth into me almost immediately. It's within the first 30 seconds. No, we'll back. First minute. We'll give it the first minute. Within the first minute, this song had its hooks in me, and it never let go. Not one time did I ever lose interest. Not one time did I ever lose the feel. Not once did I ever lose the count. Not once did I ever stop enjoying this song. There was never one moment where I looked at the clock going, how much longer? Listen, I understand the song is like 7 minutes and some odd seconds. I understand that. It did not feel that way. It felt like a 5-minute long song. The time flew by like nothing. And I was like, wow, it's over? Are you serious? No, I thoroughly enjoyed this song. It was a joy, an absolute joy to listen to. And I am so glad I got to experience it for my first time with you guys, despite the fact that I could have been enjoying it for the past 10 years. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm not mad. I'm glad I got the chance to do it with you. But there are some people out there that have some splaining to do. So 9.1, I feel good about that score, and that is where we're going to stay. Actually, you know what? No, it's not where we're going to stay. No, it's not. I'm changing it. Hey, it's my show. If I want to change the score, I'm going to change the score. Deal with it. Nope. Too high. There we are. Yes, that's it. I feel better. I feel better. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. New score. Ready? And this is it. This is where we're going to stay. On a scale of 1 to 10, new final score, I'm going to give that a 9.3. Yep, 9.3. That's it. You heard me. I didn't stutter. That is the score I feel this song deserves, and that is where we are going to stay. So, 9.3, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.